I'm back. This is the last phase of the form reduction sequence as we move from the second to the third form. And this is a great moment in method shaving, in this whole method shaving process, in that we're going to change a little bit how we build our mix. Now, for the first part of the form reduction process, we used our cloth. We pulled our mix off our cloth. But between the second and third forms, we're going to change that technique slightly. We're going to work with a thinner, slightly slower mix. It's going to be easier to cut, and it's going to stretch in a much finer fashion. And what we're going to do is we take our primer, we soak it down really well. We call this wetting down the product, wetting down the primer. And what I want to show you here is how to do this, how to pull slag off of your primer. It was just an essential skill in method shaving. It takes a little while to learn. It takes a couple of weeks to learn this. But what you're doing is you're adding water. You don't want to wash out the slag, but you want to get a really, really, really good draw on your slag. And what you do is you're pulling it together off the hands by pulling it off the fingertips, and you're going to pick it up and you're going to hold it like this. Put it in the palm of your hand, and the beauty of this whole process is that you can load this with all kinds of fun stuff. You can load it with activator, you can load it with cutting balm, you can load it with more paste, whatever you think you need. Between the second and third forms, if you're feeling like you may have gotten a little too close, you can add a little paste and cutting balm that will back the blade off. It will buffer the mix and allow the blade to act with less, the cutting action of the blade will be significantly reduced. What I want to do now is I want to build another mix substrate on my face. I want to take my tiny little hydrogenic sac here of just slag, and I want to take a little bit of cutting balm, a little tiny bit of activator. You don't want to overuse the activator. I want to hand mix these two and produce a real nice, I like to call this a cutting slag. And I'm going to take it and I'm just going to massage it in, spread it. Now you can do this at any time in your shave. You don't have to do it between the second and third forms only. But it really works beautifully between the second and third forms. And I'm going to put it up. I'm going to stretch it everywhere. Now you notice it's a perfect mask here. It's a perfect, what we call wet mask. Okay? I'm going to go on ahead. And I'm going to get a little bit of water. I'm going to manually irrigate this mask to hydrate it nicely and get it all ready. And now we're going to cut the third form. To cut the third form properly, you have to understand that the third form is the second form reversed. Instead of cutting from the ears down to the center of the chin and from the back of the jaw to the center of the Adam's apple, we're going to be crossing that line. We'll be coming up toward the forehead. But we're going to essentially we're going to start with the second form sequence, and we're going to transition quickly into the third form. And the third form, the second-third form combination is one of the most beautiful sequences in all of shaving. I'm going to show you how to do this. And if you look at my mix, you see it's starting to break up. There's not a thing wrong with this. I'm fully protected. Do not be concerned that your mix might be disappearing on you. If you'll notice, my face is still wet. That's all I care about. Whether or not I can visually see white mix is not of interest to me. All I'm concerned about is I'm looking in this mirror, I see that I'm good and my face is good and wet, I've got a real nice hydrated substrate on my face, it's ready to take the steel. So what we're going to do is I like to start on the second form line, ear to chin. Come down, and then come up, like you're throwing a shot put. Hold the blade like you're throwing a shot put. Up, with a slight curve. Up. Now bear in mind you're going to be pitching the steel back slightly. Up. You'll feel that blade hit that buttress, that beard buttress, and catch it and take it right off. Up. up, up. Then you come back down. This is called the great crossover technique I invented years ago. Down, up, down, up, 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 down, down. Pick it up, bring it down. Pick it up, bring it down. It's a second, third, second, third, second, third. Third quadrant, same thing. Clear it on the second. Make sure you got everything on the last form, then come up, come up, come up, down, up, down, up. Now doing crossover cuts on the third quadrant takes a little practice. Beginning shavers are oftentimes terribly frustrated by the fact that they can't clear the third quadrant as effectively as they would like. Work with it, give it time, you'll eventually get it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, come back, down. Now, I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, it's going to be the reverse. I come down, and this is the second grip position on your razor now. I want to show you. Soup spoon, like you're eating soup. Middle finger along the razor grip, thumb on the back end, guiding with the index. Up, down, up, down, up, down. This is called the center cross line, center cut line right here. I would prefer you not go over that line like that. Advanced shavers can do it, but beginning shavers, I would prefer you not do that until you're very, very skilled with a piece of steel. The center cut line. So you want to cut on one side of that line or the other. So let's try it one more time. We come down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up. Do the crossovers on the third quadrant. Down, up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, down, down. On the fourth quadrant, it's again a straight down cut. Make sure you roll the steel. Get that. You can now at this point trench the steel more aggressively. Come down, come down, come down. Again, like you're throwing a dart. Down, down, down. If you want, you can come over and do a light crossover like this. Basically a repetition of the second form cut. Down. And if for those of you who really want to clear that area, you can come up again on a third form line, cutting up toward the Adam's apple. Down, 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 crossover, soup spoon, come back, come back, come back. At this point, your last stage then, your last step is to get your water and rinse everything off your face. We call that a hot rinse. You're going to clear the manifold, the shaving terrain. You're going to clear it with hot water a couple of times. And then you will advance into the what we call conditioning tonic sequence.